Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd
Doesn't talk film. I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
This is Real Nerds Podcast. We are the best movie podcast you have ever heard on the internet. Every week we see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week we saw Elemental. Stay tuned. We will play the trailer. Wait, first we're going to recommend the film or not, play the trailer and then spoil the film. We also have some movie news and things we've been watching. I am joined always by my trusty friend, Brad. Brad, how are you?
Yeah, stressing out. Fan Expo is coming up, and we have this big ambitious booth going on, and it's coming down to the wire. I started 3 weeks ago, so this wouldn't happen, and here we are.
Yeah, it'll work. I have faith. Always have faith, my friend. Always have faith.
It's gone to the point where so there was a tornado here a couple days ago,
Yep.
and I've been trying to get supplies from Michael's, and I have Michael's right next to my house here, but the tornado damaged the Michaels, so they're not open. So now I have to go other places to find things that are usually out of stock, and it's just my ability to get things done is hampered.
Well, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I can't even get foam board at Target or Walmart because it's garbage foam board. I have to go to get the premium stuff all the way downtown, and every time I cut something wrong, I have to go back and do it again. And we don't have a lot of money, Ryan.
You're not rich?
Nope. Are you?
No. I'm rich on life, buddy. I'm rich on life.
So
money doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter when you have riches and friends and family.
Moral of the story is that you people better visit our booth and enjoy it. Me pulling people out of the aisle, just you get your ass in here.
Yeah, and
look how
I think
accurate these boxes are.
I think it's eye-catching enough that we should be all right.
Take a sticker.
Yes. And stick it around the convention center because they don't want you to.
At least I made those stickers 6 months ago, so that was smart.
Yeah. Hey, Brad, we can only do what we can do. You know what I mean? It's all right. I promise it'll still look awesome. I promise that much because I've already seen what you've done and it already looks awesome.
Yeah, tomorrow supposedly everything gets put together and we see where we're at and we'll know for sure. But yeah, I just hate that it's come down to the wire like this.
It'll be all right, I promise.
I slept overnight at the Bug many days to cut stuff for this thing. So,
but
yeah.
I mean, it's going to be awesome. For those who don't know, our booth is going to be styled after Blockbuster Video. It's a parody of Blockbuster Video, so please don't sue us, Blockbuster, that's still around.
Yeah, there's nothing in the booth that actually says Blockbuster on it, so we should be good. Yeah,
like I said, it's a parody. It's that's why we're able to get away with it. And it's going to be really fun. And we've already had a lot of engagement on our social media platforms about how cool the stuff looks. So I have faith that we'll be all right.
Yeah. You got that candy, right?
Yes, I'll be getting that tomorrow.
What are you going to get?
I've worked. I don't know yet. I don't know. How much do you think we need?
It'd be nice to have a variety of 3 different things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the variety, but I mean, how much candy do we need? How are we giving it out? I don't know what's your plan for that was.
I was going to put it in the video boxes instead of the tapes.
And then do people have to return the video boxes?
No, well, they just pick it off the shelf and like, oh, cool, I got a prize inside. Like I was thinking of putting some of our old shirts in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, go pick out a tape, and then they're actually picking out candy and prizes and stickers and shirts and stuff.
So do they keep the container, or do they take the stuff out and then put it in the return stuff?
No, they take the stuff out and take it with them, but we keep the box.
Gotcha. No, yeah, that's what I meant. I was just seeing how you're going to do it that way.
The return slot's just for fun and show. There's, yeah. I mean, if I'll bring the source tapes, like the actual physical, like if people want to like have those, they'll be there. But you know, I'm not going to like keep a roster of like, hey, take this VHS home and bring it back on Sunday.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. I mean like, so they take the candy out of the clamshells and then they put the clamshell back in the return thing, and then we fill it up with candy again and put it back on the shelf.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the table will be right there. So if you want to put it through the slot for return, that's fine. But I figured they would just like go to the shelf, pick out a thing, open it up, take the stuff and put it back.
Okay. That works. I was curious.
But if they want to go through the whole rigmarole of like walking up to the counter and then walking out and then sliding it back through the slot, that's fun too. Yeah.
Cool. Brad, we saw Elemental this week. Do you recommend Pixar's latest?
Yeah, I mean, Pixar doesn't make bad movies, but I also wasn't like into this one, you know? Like it looks great, but the story just didn't. I felt like there were like two focuses going on with the story, about like an immigrant story and then like a romance. It was trying to do two things at the same time that I just don't think really gelled. Yeah, it's charming enough, but yeah, it didn't blow me away.
I really like this film. I think it's better than a lot of people are giving it credit for. And it was just a cute. I thought of it, instead of the immigrant story, I thought of it more of a romantic comedy of obviously opposites attracting and breaking down the barriers of prejudice. And yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, it looks spectacular. There's only a couple things that held it back from being upper echelon for me. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. Here's a trailer for Elemental.
Meet the residents of Element City. Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Oh, my new jacket!
Earth can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning. Water is always getting into something. Help! And fire, as ordered, we run a little hot.
This shop is dream of our family. Someday it'll all be yours.
But we all live by one simple rule.
Elements cannot mix.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Oh.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix.
Hey!
Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
Watch this!
Whoa.
Ember, I see a change in you.
What, hair guy? You live here?
It's my mom's place.
We got 2 kids that are swimming around here somewhere. Orca! Follow!
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes, but I never once asked what I wanted to do. Dad, those are too hot.
I love hot food.
You see? He likes it.
So the story of Elemental is a family immigrates to Elemental City, and they are the fire element. And when they get there, they are, what's the right word I'm looking for? They are turned away from, getting an apartment because they don't rent to
Discriminated against?
I'm sorry?
Discriminated against?
Discriminated, thank you. Because is it considered a race if they're elements? I don't know.
In the world, yeah, I think that's exactly what that is.
Yeah, so yeah. But they find a place where they set up a kind of a general store, and there they make food, and they specialize in these like molten rock food bite things that they make. And they have a baby named Ember, and we flash forward I don't know how many years, but Ember is trying to take over the shop, and she has to prove herself to her father, who is very hard on her and doesn't know if she's ready. So she's constantly trying to live up to her father's expectations. And they live in a lack of a better word, I guess you'd say, like the ghetto of the world, on the outskirts of town, the other side of the track, whatever you want to call it. And Elemental City is this fabulous modern city, and there all the other elements live, which are the plant people, which I guess would symbolize earth. Air is cloud people, and the water is water people. On when her dad finally trusts Ember to take over the shop on the red dot cell, there's a burst in their basement, and Wade comes in. He's a city inspector, and he cites them all for the violations they have. And Ember tries to stop him from doing it, and it sets him off on a journey of opposites attract and falling in love. I thought the movie was really cute, and I thought it was really well told. Again, it's always interesting when you see Pixar on the big screen, because they're so artistically, they're so cool. I think the fire people, how they were animated, was incredible. And each, element had a really unique design. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a really fun movie.
Full disclosure, I did pass out somewhere in the movie. I don't remember at this point, but I think some pieces of the movie were missing for me. I think it was right before Ember goes into rage mode and it causes the pipes to burst or something. Is that what happened?
Yeah. Yeah, because she has this temper that she tries to keep in check in front of customers, but anybody who's worked in customer service long enough knows that, the customers are always assholes. So
she's like, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
So I mean, yeah. So what part did you wake up back at? So she's basically
when Wade shows up, yeah,
to fix the canal. And there's some things about Elemental that I think is almost a little too on the nose for Pixar, if that makes sense. She wants to be an artist and an architect, and her dad wants her to take over the shop. And to fix this crack in the canal, in the gate, they're able to use sand and make glass out of it. But as Ember and Wade's relationship grows, the cracks start to show in it, and it's symbolized by the cracks in the wall that's going to flood Firetown. To me, that was maybe one of the biggest missteps in the film, because I love the movie, and I cried at the end because my little boy was crying when Wade evaporates. But you know what I mean? Like, it was so on the nose of their repair breaking.
Oh,
and
I actually didn't really get that until you said it.
Oh, well, I guess I'm just a smarter moviegoer than you are.
I guess so, yeah. I was probably still playing catch up of like, what did I miss? I
don't think it sounds like you didn't miss too much if you woke up when they were like starting to hang out and stuff. Did you see them at the whatever like sporting event where the clouds were named after farts?
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that part, yeah.
So yeah, you didn't I think you only missed like 10 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the story's told really well, and I think it's really cute. Pixar is in this weird state, and I was reading an interview with the creatives behind the film, and they're trying to break in with original films again. And lately, it seems most of their hits have just been sequels to their established IPs. So, I think it's a double-edged sword.
Well, they also kind of devalued them by sending them straight to streaming for like the past 3 years straight. So,
oh yeah, I mean, I agree, and you run into a problem too. And I mean, this is just me and economics. So, Elemental cost over $200 million to make. I think I was reading 215 million. And it looks spectacular. The Super Mario Brothers movie cost $100 million. So I'm just wondering where, the extra $100 million comes in. And,
yeah.
Because for an animated film to be $200 million, I mean, that's pretty, in my opinion, is kind of ridiculous. But, I mean, I don't understand the finances of movies because I don't know where the $200 million goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just assume that, Pixar's got some of the best animators, so maybe they command the higher salaries.
I mean, because the movies take about 4 years to make. So, I mean, I guess technically it's $50 million a year to make the films. But I don't know. Just seems like a lot, right? Or am I way out of line? Because I mean, like I said, Super Mario cost $100 million, and it still looked really great.
Yeah, and this is more of a drama romantic comedy thing. So it's not even like an action movie. It has action sequences in it, but I would expect Lightyear to cost more.
Exactly. But I mean, again, we don't. I guess I would ask. I mean, I know they probably wouldn't. I don't know how they would, or if they would ever reveal why they cost so much. I don't know if it's because you have to have so much storage for the memory of the movies, and your servers are constantly going, and you got to pay the animators and the developers and the writers, and I'm sure it's a lot of overhead is a lot of the budget.
I'm open to finding out if anyone listening works for Pixar. Write us in, let us know, or call in. Yeah,
please do. Or be an interview on our show. We'd love it.
Yeah. If you're going to be at the convention center this weekend, stop by our booth.
Yeah, sit down, record with us.
We can record right there.
Yeah,
you can be like, hey, you guys are idiots. This is why it costs this much.
Yeah. Yeah, assholes. How much your booth costs? $10?
Looks like your baby put this together.
But it's I don't know. I think it's just a lot like The Good Dinosaur. I think The Good Dinosaur is a really fun movie. Also not one of Pixar's best, but I think they've also are their own worst enemy, where they have created such a stable of incredible films that any film that's just good is suffers from the name brand Pixar. Because Kellen was watching Boss Baby like 2 or 3 mornings ago, and that movie is fucking awful. It's literally about trying to not let puppies grow up, and Alec Baldwin's Boss Baby isn't even like his real brother. It's fucking weird. And then the evil bad guy's plan at the end is played by Steve Buscemi. And so he doesn't want the dogs to ever not be puppies. And his goal is he loads thousands of them onto a rocket ship, and he's just going to drop them across America.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm missing some part of what's happening with it, but that's basically the gist, and it's awful. And that, those movies make $300 million, and I don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
So yeah, Elemental's great. I love that how their relationship blossoms, and when they finally do touch, that you realize that the fire doesn't evaporate the water, and when they kiss and things like that. So it's a nice message to everybody out there that don't judge people by how they look. And there's really cool little flourishes on Wade's hair. It was a constant wave going, like animated, ocean waves. I thought looked really great. Yeah, I just really liked the movie, and I had fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was fine for me. Like I said, I was kind of all in on that immigrant story, and then, when it has the romantic comedy elements to it, I'm just like, it just feels like the focus is pulled away. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but yeah, I was just less interested in that.
No, that's fair.
It felt like too easy of a plot to do.
Yeah. Like I said, I think they took kind of some easy way out, and nothing was really unpredictable in it. You know what I mean? Except at the end, if they really would have killed Wade, I'd been like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I
feel like bringing him back. Yeah. It's like the easy way, like the crowd pleasing way out. Yeah. I feel like in the past, Pixar has been a little more aggressive about giving you the hard ending.
And I've said it too. That's like, I love the film The Batman, but that's the one thing that irked me about it is the bomb that blew up in Alfred's face.
Yeah.
That he ended up living. I go, man, they had such a great opportunity
to change it up and just
change it up. And I think that's what was so brilliant about No Way Home is they gave you a Spider-Man origin story without Uncle Ben after Spider-Man was in 5 movies. And I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And they could have changed it a little bit, and they did not. And for no matter how cool that movie is, that's like one sticking point with me. But it's still a great film, and I still think it's one of the best Batman movies. I'm just saying that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt the same way about watching Elemental. Is they had a real opportunity to not let Wade come back, and the consequences of their bigotry and their carelessness about the immigrants coming to that area and, them being flooded out. But no, they decided to take the happy ending.
Yeah, like Toy Story 3, Andy actually gives away the toys,
Oh, yeah. It's
after teasing that they're all going to die.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that's one of the most beautiful endings of any film ever. When Andy and he's explaining why each of the toys are special. And I cry every time I watch that scene, especially when he talks about Woody, because I love Woody.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Oh my God. He is the best sheriff in town. But yeah. This is the big news story of the week.
It's real news.
Well, Brad, we can't let this week go by without playing the greatest trailer of all time. Here's the trailer for Kraven the Hunter.
My son, never show mercy. They are prey. We are predators. Boys, your mother is dead.
She died because you sent her away.
She was weak, sick in her mind. You know my business, yes? Power is about strength. If you show weakness, you will give our enemies an opening. Shoot. Shoot. He is weak, like his mother. Leave him.
What happened that day?
I stared death in the face, and for the first time, I saw my true self.
Tell me about this hunter.
They say he uses a connection with animals to track his prey. And once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
There's 6 of us, and only one of you.
There's 6 of you now.
Why do you hunt?
My father puts evil into the world. I take it out.
I think you're some kind of honor. You are exactly like our father. Just another man hunting for a trophy.
We're murderers. Isn't that what he taught us?
You don't get to do that to me anymore.
Mr. Taglin? Mr. Taglin? Where's Mr. Taglin?
Oh, you're standing in him.
You're a goddamn lunatic.
Oh, you just figured that out now?
There is an animal in each one of us.
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
So I guess Sony, when they make Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man, that all you have to do is get the blood from some animal in you and you get its powers.
Yeah, it's science, dude.
And it's when I watched it, when it first started, you know, and it has Kraven and he's sitting in the building and he's using his senses to find things. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And he jumps out the window and it's a really cool shot. But then it goes to his dad being, so, I mean, I don't know if this was happening in this film, but Russell Crowe, I guess it's like some bad Russian mafia guy. And Kraven is his son who doesn't want his business, and he starts taking him down because he's like a bad guy, but not really. Am I reading that right?
I've only watched it once.
Yeah, I mean, I have too. I've literally only seen it once, but that's what I'm getting from it.
I don't know about the Russian mafia thing, but yeah, I it seemed like Russell Crowe was his dad, which is odd because, you know, Russell Crowe's Zeus in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but okay.
Yep. He's also, who else? He's another superhero's dad.
In the Marvel Universe, or?
No. Oh, fuck. He's Jor-El.
Oh, yeah. There.
God, that took me a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. And we were joking when it came out and I was texting you. And, you know, we're already calling the end credit scene. It's going to be Vulture and Morbius showing up, and they're going to see Kraven. And they're going to be some random place, like at the end of Morbius when Vulture shows up. And they only have to pay Michael Keaton for the voiceover like they did in Morbius. So you have a stunt performer in the vulture suit. And he comes up and he says, I'm having a problem. And he says, well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to hunt? What person? Not a person, a bug. So it's just like a vague reference to Spider-Man,
There's a bug we want you to squash.
Yeah. Because they even have it. There's like a little quick shot in the trailer of spiders falling on him. I go, come on, guys. Like, I don't know. I'll give it a chance. And I was really hoping that this one would actually be really good, because if he's a good character, then the next Spider-Man movie could be Kraven's Last Hunt, which would be phenomenal. Because they already kind of set up the black suit in No Way Home. And then you could have, him hunting Spider-Man, beating Spider-Man. He becomes Spider-Man. And after he tracks down, in the comic, it's Vermin. I guess it doesn't have to be Vermin. But after he tracks down Vermin and beats him, because Spider-Man couldn't, Kraven commits suicide because he has nothing left to prove. Which would be an awesome Spider-Man story. Not like, the suicide part, but...
I was going to say, do you think they'll let them do a suicide, death?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. He'd probably... it'd be awesome if they did, but not that suicide's awesome. I'm just saying for the story. They could. If I was in charge of Marvel and Sony, I would let them do it.
But there would just be like some executive being like, "Oh, we can't." It might be endorsing suicide somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If people want to read Kraven, you should read Kraven's Last Hunt. It is phenomenal, because it deals a lot with the psychological aspect of, thinking someone's superior and what you would do to tear them down. And it's just it's a really, for a Spider-Man story, it's super dark. And I'd never advocate for, just to be dark superhero stuff, but it's pretty cool. Hey, we watch things throughout the week.
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch this week?
Honestly, pretty much nothing. On Roku channel, they have a channel of just 80s music videos. Mm-hmm. And so I've either been playing Zelda or just watching 80s music videos in the background.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like having VH1 again.
I do miss the 80s music videos, because they always told a story, or they're very creative.
Yeah, there's this one from I think it was Air Supply. That's like it's all animated, and it looks like a Dick Tracy knockoff.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think it's Air Supply. It was like it's not their like super hit song, but yeah, something else. I was like, man, this is like really creative, and like the animation styles, like I haven't seen this in a long time. From a band that I like. Like I don't, yeah.
You just know them.
I just know, like they're track 6 on a 80s compilation CD. They're
part of that Billboard, top hits from the 80s.
Exactly. Yeah, I think 82, Making Love Out of Nothing at All.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It might be, God, it might be something else though. There's a couple bands that sound like that, but anyway, yeah, I wish I knew the song. Yeah, but I bet you could Google like Dick Tracy animated, and it like 80s music thing, it would probably come up. But I thought that was cool. And yeah, a lot of them have like a story. There's like, I think it's, Pat Benatar one where, her dad kicks her out of the house, and then she goes into like, stripping at a strip club, and then she gets all the, strippers to like revolt against the guy who runs it, and they, turn the tables on him.
Yeah. I'll always, default to Rod Stewart because he's my favorite. But there was a time when he had his 1988 album Out of Order come out. And so Forever Young is the big one. But the 3 other videos that he did for that album, it has the same actress as his love interest. So if you watch them in order, they actually tell a whole story. which is really cool. And it's so because it's each part of the relationship where they meet. He's a bartender at a strip club, and then the next one is so that's Lost in You, and then it's Crazy About Her, where he's talking about how he's obsessed with her, and then the last one is I got lost. Crazy About Her. Fuck, which one am I missing? Oh, My Heart Can't Tell You No, where he cheats on him and breaks up with him. So it's a really cool like arc that you wouldn't know because they don't make those anymore. And a lot of videos now too are just like the band singing with like, different after effects on the screen.
Yeah, or just partying or something.
Yeah.
And then there's like the We Are the World video, and there's a lot of great stuff in there. But my favorite part is Dan Aykroyd is in the background of it.
What?
So there's all these like high profile musicians, like obviously Huey Lewis is right there, so that's awesome. But yeah, like Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, Billy Joel. I don't think Rod was in there though.
No.
But it's like panning across the chorus of everybody, like Ray Charles and everything. And then there's Dan Aykroyd in the background, and he looks like Dwight Schrute. Like everyone's, the funniest part
he can sing though, right? Does he sing in Blues Brothers?
Yeah. He doesn't get like a focus like everyone else does. Like Bruce Springsteen, when he first comes on, it looks like he's trying so hard to sing Bruce Springsteen compared to everyone else, like just being himself. So that's funny. But yeah, then it cuts to like a chorus of people who don't get like a featured thing. And yeah, Dan Aykroyd's back there, and he's just almost like me in a choir.
You just want to be in the middle where your voice won't stick out, and you're just
exactly. It just looks like he's mouthing the words as he goes. Because his face. Is just
did that come out in '84? So like right at Ghostbusters. So
85. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that would be. It's like, hey, the Ghostbuster. Let's get him in there, and people be like, hey, Ghostbuster Roy Egan's in there. So cool.
But yeah, you should check it out. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. That wasn't an Air Supply song. What is it? Anyway, but yeah, that's what I watched. I didn't watch anything.
I watched Extraction 2 with Chris Hemsworth. Did you see the first one? It came out in 2020. It was part of our
I think we did an episode on it.
Yeah. I didn't remember if you saw it though. So he's an extractor and his job is to go and, get people out of places. And in the first one, it looked like he died, but he did not die, and he rehabilitates and he retires. But he can't stay retired for too long because Idris Elba shows up at his house and he's really cool and handsome. So he talks him into one last job because his ex-wife's sister is being held in a Russian prison by a Russian mob guy. And so he trains for 6 weeks to get back into extraction shape. And then he goes and extracts her. And there is a 21-minute single take shot. That is pretty fucking badass. Just like the first one. But this one has him fighting from the basement of the prison all the way to escaping onto a train and then shooting down a helicopter. It's fucking badass. And I mean, obviously there's cuts in it, but it's done in a way that looks really cool. The cuts, because I've seen so many movies, is like he'll pick up a riot shield or something and he'll move it really fast across the screen and that they cut right there. But it's awesome. It's like mindless action. And, that's literally the plot. There's really nothing else. And it just goes from there, and him, more action scenes. Cause after the train one, they get away, but they killed the mafia boss guy. But dude, he has a brother who wants revenge. So then the second half of the movie is more action scenes of him fighting, more Russian mafia guys and killing them.
That's on Netflix?
Yeah. It's really fun. I
Yeah.
mean,
I'll check it out when I get it again. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're really well made, and I mean, they remind me a lot of the 80s action movies. This one really reminded me of Commando. And where, you know, he'll get like shot or something, but it never really slows him down. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, check out Extraction 2, Extracting Harder.
Get extracted.
And yeah, that's what I watched this week. Next week is Asteroid City. Stay tuned for that episode. See us at Denver Fan Expo. Look for the Blockbuster / Real Nerds podcast booth. Are we in booth 1041 or 675?
Good question.
What's up?
I said, good question.
Are we just going to show up and hope they point us in the right direction?
Well, they said we'll get a PDF today or tomorrow or the next day about the correction. They're looking into it, but I fully expect us to have to just show up there and find out.
Me too.
The Alan Parsons Project. Don't answer me. That's the video.
Sweet. I'm going to put a note in my phone right now. Hang on. Done.
Sweet.
Cool. We'll see you at the movies. Bye.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!